Should the New Jersey Devils consider trading for a strategic asset from the Toronto Maple Leafs? As the 2025 offseason progresses, the New Jersey Devils face a growing possibility of entering the new season without adding significant talent to their center position. With options limited, the Devils might find potential solution in a veteran Maple Leaf, David Kampf. Kampf, a 30-year-old fourth-line center, becomes an intriguing candidate for the Devils, especially given Toronto's recent acquisitions of Nicholas Roy, Scott Lawton, and Dakota Joshua. These moves have pushed Kampf to periphery, despite his 2 remaining contract years with a $2.4 million cap hit. Why David Kampf? Historically, Kampf has thrived as one of the NHL's top defensive centers. Under Devils' current coach Sheldon Keefe, Kampf recorded effective seasons, scoring 26 and 27 points respectively, though recent performance dipped, with only 13 goals, 19 assists, and 32 total points over the last 2 seasons. His potential for a comeback is significant. From Toronto's perspective, shedding Kampf's salary cap would facilitate improvements elsewhere, such as defense or left wing. Kampf's contract includes a 10-team no-trade list, but his position as the odd man out means the Leafs lack leverage in negotiations. Why it's a strategic move for the Devils. With Cody Glass fitting well in a third-line center role, the depth issue remains critical for the Devils. Kampf could provide much-needed stability, particularly if rookies like Thomas Bordeleau or Joel Amico aren't ready to fill the gap. Moreover, reuniting Kampf with Keefe would inject familiarity and experience into the Devils' lineup. Before advancing, the Devils must ensure they are not on Kampf's no-trade list. Should they clear this hurdle, the next steps involve managing cap space to re-sign players like Luke Hughes, utilizing strategies such as moving an injured Jonathan Kovacevic to LTIR could create the necessary room. Looking forward, as core players like Jesper Bratt, Jack Hughes, Timo Meier, and Nico Hischier continue to hit their peak, optimizing auxiliary positions becomes essential. Acquiring Kampf might not only resolve immediate lineup issues, but also potentially spark a career resurgence in the 2025-26 season. What do you think of this potential trade? Could uniting Kampf and Keefe give the Devils the edge they need? With shrewd management and strategic moves, the Devils can avoid wasting another prime year for their stars, bolstering their lineup for forthcoming challenges. This calculated risk could pay dividends as they aim for a formidable season ahead. Could Pavel Zacha be the solution for the Leafs' top 6 dilemma? The Toronto Maple Leafs are in an urgent quest to reinforce their roster as they aim for the Stanley Cup. With Mitch Marner's departure to the Vegas Golden Knights, the Leafs are searching for a top 6 forward to bolster their attack. NHL analyst Matteo Giuliano from Editor-in-Leaf suggests Pavel Zacha from the Boston Bruins as a realistic target. Zacha, in the third year of a 4-year contract with a $4.75 million cap hit, appears to be a viable option for Toronto. Giuliano notes, Zacha played a maximum of 6 minutes as a center for Boston, and I see him available at the deadline if they have another tough year. The 28-year-old appeared in all 82 games last season, scoring 14 goals and 33 assists for a total of 47 points. While Zacha may not surpass Tavares as a second-line center, his ability to play as a winger adds valuable versatility to the lineup. This adaptability makes him an attractive addition, especially since past collaborations between Leafs GM Brad Treliving and Bruins GM Don Sweeney have resulted in successful deals. Zacha's potential role with the Maple Leafs. As a top 6 winger, Zacha would enhance Toronto's depth at center, but likely play on the wing. The affordability of his contract aligns well with Toronto's tight salary cap situation, extending his presence with the Leafs for another 2 years. Last season, Zacha recorded 14 goals and 33 assists, contributing 47 points across 82 games with the Bruins. His consistent performance makes him a prime candidate for Toronto's attacking core, especially given Boston's current transitional phase. Bruins consider trade offered for Zacha. Despite finishing last season as one of the weaker teams, the Bruins management remains determined to compete for a playoff berth. However, NHL insider David Pagnotta from the Fourth Period reports that Boston is exploring trade offers for Zacha. During the season, the Bruins explore the market for Zacha, and there's belief that they are reconsidering moving him. Pagnotta writes, Zacha's modified no-trade list, now reduced to 8 teams, allows him some control over his potential destination, with Boston potentially looking to rebuild by acquiring draft picks and prospects. Trading Zacha could become a strategic move. Can Toronto make room for Zacha? Though Toronto operates under a tight salary cap, they have room for strategic maneuvers to bring in Zacha. Leafs GM Brad Treliving has emphasized the importance of maintaining flexibility, indicating the team's willingness to adapt for key signings. Zacha's annual salary of $4.75 million fits within the Leafs' financial framework, especially if they move out players like Calle Jarnkrok or David Kampf to create necessary cap space. If Zacha indeed becomes available, the Maple Leafs are positioned to seize the opportunity to acquire him from a rival, potentially boosting their bid for championship glory.